Okay, I bought a new toy. I bought a wood shave. And it's going to be a little bit safer for me to do this axe hobby now. Seems to work okay. I have to remove quite a bit from this one. Although I still haven't done this axe yet, have I? So that goes on like that. Ooh. Okay, but this is a bigger one. Bigger but not bigger. Yeah, that's gonna work. I'm gonna have to drip a little bit of contact cement down the hole because it's not gonna fit absolutely perfectly. But it's coming. I don't want to use my sander because it makes such a mess. Like this stuff, you just sweep it up, right? Whoop. And it didn't come that sharp, guys, so I'm sharpening it as I go. And yes, I should be probably using something a little less abrasive, but I'm in a hurry. Ooh, that's going to help. Okay. Yes, that's much better. Hey, I got an edge on this bad boy now. See, the chips I can sweep up, and the sawdust gets into the cars. I'm taking quite a bit off this because it's a small hole in the axe. Although I'm still curious about this one, eh? Ooh. I would really like to cut that off, but I don't know. You know what? I'm going to cut that off. Oh, well. Do I do that? We're getting somewhere. I don't know. About there, I think, would be... Have I got a battery for this? Okay, I took an inch off that axe handle, and now and I'm learning how to use this to go vertical with it. It just takes a little bit off at a time. I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. My whole upper body is stiff, and I'm just making small peels as I go. Yep, almost. That'll take nothing. But I have to take off this huge amount of wood here on the width of the handle because it was an old axe handle, right? See how we're doing here. Now I do have my micrometer, which I shouldn't have laying around getting banged up, right? So I'm about 4 centimeters. 0. I want to be about 4 centimeters at the top. And it's there. That's really close. And then for width, I got to come down quite a bit yet. It's 1.77, and this is centimeters, by the way, right? 1.49. So I got to come down 0.2 of a centimeter, which doesn't sound like a lot, but We're gonna get her. I won't bore you with this now until I'm there. Just shave, 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 and then I'm gonna sand around where the interface is right there. Okay, I am struggling, folks. Well, I got my handle shortened up quite a bit, which I like. I've taken a bit too much material out of here, and now I'm cutting what they call the kerf. And I tell you, I've been kerfing. I'm going to try the jigsaw. The last time I did this, pardon me, I want to get it above the level of the countertop, or bench top, sorry. The last time I did this, I kind of burned my way through, and that wasn't right. Well, let's just have a little lickaroo. Yeah, I'm fairly square. I want to take it down to that mark there. Okay, let's keep going, baby. This is the kind of thing you have to check a lot. Yeah, we're doing okay. I think I'm going to get my burner now. Well, how many tools do you need? Maybe I'll just cut from the vertical. Hey! I tell you, a tapered handle is hard to hold on to. I'm working her. I like the wider kerf. Okay, that's craziness. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm actually just about done the hatchet. I split a little piece off the handle. I'm gluing that back on. I'll show you later. So now, this is getting really close on the third one. This is where you sand, is right here where the rough marks are, right there, and there. Isn't that interesting, eh? So we put this in the old Vice-A-Roo, sideways in the Vice-A-Roo, and I've resorted back to my sander again. A little bit there, but I don't want to lose much. Turn it over. We might be there once I get that blue mark off there. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Head. Somebody just called me a head. There we go. Here's the head. Now, when they're all done, I'm going to polish them up finalized. Okay, that's how she goes on there. Ooh, baby. So we're just touching there and there. Now I got to get this off. Touching there, there, and there. That's cool. So I'll just keep this process up. I might as well just make one mess in the garage, eh? Okay, we got the kerf in. I'm just putting some glue down into the bottom of that slot, if I can. I do this before I put, you know, I've only done a dozen axes in my life, right? So, not an expert, but I'm getting there. These axe handles were used So that means that the good uniform section at the end of the handle is not there. But it's a used head and a used axe handle, so what the heck, eh? You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to break all rules, although there aren't any. I'm going to stick some glue down in that way. And we're going to stick some glue down in that way. It's a big kerf, but we're going to chop some off, remember? Mostly got glue in her. Let's do a high pressure squirt from the side. There, we got glue all the way through that bad boy now. Alright, now get a wet rag, wipe this off best we can. I don't want to get too much glue on my hands either, right? How we doing? Well, fair. It's going to go in the top. Let's grind off a little bit more. Alright, let's see how that fits on there. It's going to fit in like, oh yeah, baby. That's as far as it'll go. Now we're going to cover this with, well no, I guess we can set the axe now. Good. Let's just tap it on the ground first. That's looking pretty wicked. Yep, that's good. Now we're going to whack it with this first. Piece of wood here. Oh, we're starting to do a little peeling. That's good. It's lining up. I think we're there. I'm going to just tap it with the sledge, just so I can split the end of the handle and then have a bunch more work. You ready? Good. Okay, we came a lot further than I thought we were gonna. That's good. Now, I'm gonna go back a little bit on the set. Nope. Right there. Okay. Now we can cover that wedge with glue, the last wedge. And I'm going to clean up the sawdust today, but I'm not going to clean up any of the glue schmoo till tomorrow, because it'll come off pretty easy when it dries. Okay, squeeze that baby. So this wedge is going to fill up most of the headroom on that axe, eh? Okay. We are in the zone. And hopefully, I'm just worried about things going awry. Well, she's going in all by herself. I don't know how far it's going to go. Let's wipe off all that extra glue. Okay. You getting any of this? Oh, a little bit of it, eh? It's not going in as far as I wanted it to. No, sir. I'm just going to keep wrapping it. Okay, that's as far as I can go. I might use a little bit of epoxy tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to cut this off in the vise. You know, not bad. When you consider that the axe handle was so small, we've almost filled up that eye. So I'm going to sand it off a little bit with the sander over here, just so you guys get an idea what I'm doing. Just do a little bit of sanding. Good. Now we're going to put two, not one, but two. I think a smaller one and a bigger one. There's a big one. How about a big one and a small one? I'm going to just go for it here. I'm tired. Big pain. I'm going to have to fill the bottom of that with epoxy or something. So can you guys see that? I don't even know you're in the sun a bit. I got the door open. Where's the end of the axe handle? Right there. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay. I'm going to just edge this one forward. Right there. And watch the pinkies. Okay, here we go. Alright. Beautiful. And this one is going to push it out even more. I might go a little further out. You'll never see that mark. Oh. Good. This is a nice hammer. I should have goggles on. Holy moly. Lovely. Now we just need the set them down a little bit. My arms are shaking, they're so tired. And look at that. We even squeezed out a little bit of glue there. Isn't that cool? And we fill in the entire eye. So thanks for watching this. I'll let this dry up and we'll finish her tomorrow. So once again, I wore out this belt. It's got holes in it. There and there, near this place. So now I'm going to put a new belt on this bad boy. Just adjust it a little bit. There. next time. Isn't that cool? Okay, I hope we can make a video out of this, guys. Okay, my friends, we've got all three hatchets hung now. You saw quite a bit of the procedure. This one's pretty much shone up as much as I can. Every time I touch it now, I'm leaving a fingerprint on it. It is good. We don't have to add any glue to the cracks or anything like that. She's ready to be linseed oil. This one, I don't know how far you guys got on that one, but it is shined up. There's one coat of linseed oil on the handle. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm thrilled with the repairs. You know, after a while you can't even see the repairs anymore. So that's great. And he's nice and these are rough foundries. They're not a fine foundry like that German axe. And then this one, I'll just give it a little wipe down. This is a Swedish axe too. Now I got a tiny bit of smudging on the handle there. I'm going to just take that out. Beautiful. Sorry about that. So now this axe, it looks old, eh? And it is. Look at that thinness in here. That is an accident, but I ran out. I'm going to have to fill that gap with epoxy right there. That's the only one that's going to have to take some epoxy. Whew. Okay. So now, I'm going to just put a few things away here, although sometimes I get put-away-itis and I shoot myself in the foot with it, eh? I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just putting the second coat on. Yikes! On the pick. Look at that, eh? Just brought the color and the grain right out. I was actually tempted to put a little tiny bit of stain in the oil, eh? Now I'm going to put a little bit of linseed oil on here too, just so it doesn't flash rust. Seems to shine better than the gun oil. Okay, that's number one. Number two. Although, should I drip a little bit of? Yep, maybe I should before I get carried away. Right? So these guys might not get linseed oil till tomorrow, because I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And down, and let's just get any kind of piece of cardboard. Honey Nut Cheerio saves the day. Okay, I'm going to fill this entire fill this entire cavity with epoxy. I think I'm going to cut off a little bit more though. Coming. Not as neat as I would have remembered, but coming out the other side. Actually, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Well, let's set it on a rag. Under some plastic, or there, yeah, that'll work. And we'll just let that settle for now. Now, do we need any on this one? It's almost futile because the wedge comes right to the end. much to my luck, you guys, this is fast dry epoxy. This one's ready to go. I don't think I can nitpick it any longer. I'm going to just cheat a little bit. Hang on. Whew, okay. Now we're going to put a little bit of linseed oil on these guys before I lose my mind. Crash. Tomorrow we'll put another coat on them because it just looks so beautiful, doesn't it? Versus that. Yes, sir, ball. Little on the head. Won't take much. One more. This is a little finer wood. Getting in on some of this. This isn't a complicated procedure. You just put some linseed oil on a rag and you wipe it on whatever you want to put it on. And then I'm going to put it on the head too. And then I'm going to wash my hands and I'm done this for a day or two. My buddies are coming over for happy hour tomorrow. We have happy hour once a week on Wednesdays. There, that's a beautiful thing. There's one more thing I want to do on this bench. I sanded a little bit. I was getting really bad slivers. Oh, excuse me. I know. Easily distracted was my report card in school, right? So this bench was giving me pretty severe slivers. So I just took my belt sander and I buzzed over it, right? And little wonder, it's 32 years old, and it's ready for its second finish. Although just doing that, I can actually run my hand over that now. That's a lot better. But I'd like to restain it and put a coat of polyurethane on there again. Okay, there, my friends, is the completed tools that don't need fuel. If you look down, the sledgehammer made it there. But I don't know if I'm going to hang him up. He's becoming such a useful tool that I'm willing to put a little wear on him. So the two new axes are there and there. They have the thinner handle at the throat because those are used axe handles. So, and then the new pick is there, which is where the old pick was, and then I moved the big pick to the left. Excuse me. So there they are.